very, very warm welcome to one and all. Thank you so much for joining in for our iCampus 2023 pre-placement talk. So today's agenda is basically about introducing Intelliswift to you all, and that's pretty much about it. And none other than our global engineering and delivery head, Amit Iyer here, would be introducing all of that. None other than him could introduce you to these topics better. So a warm welcome to Amit. Amit, over to you to take it ahead for the pre-placement talks.
Thank you, Priya. Thank you. And it's a pleasure to be in this session today, talking to all of you. I do several presentations daily with customers, talking on various different problems. But this is that conversation or presentation of the year which kind of excites me the most. The feeling of having so many students on the call, on a Zoom call, the energy levels, the curiosity levels, the what's in it for me levels. It's like butterflies in the stomach, right? It's that time of the year in that sense, and everybody is kind of going to have great careers from here. The various different paths that you would take. So before I start, just a quick introduction. I head global engineering and delivery for Intelliswift. I'm based out of Pune, India, and I've been in the industry for about 25 years now. Started off my career just like you, fresh out of engineering college, trying to figure out what I should be doing, what skills I should be building, and till today the journey has been a journey of learning, a journey of listening, and I think those are the two most important skills I would say that are needed for us to firstly survive and then thrive in this industry. Just a quick introduction about Intelliswift and what we stand, right? We are kind of a 2-decade-old company, kind of started ourselves in the year 2001, led by technocrats, people who have done their education and foundation in India and then moved abroad, the US. Our CEO, Pat Patel, he kind of started off this company, especially catering to the technology industry in the Bay Area. At that point of time, the Silicon Valley Bay Area was kind of an upcoming hub for innovation. And that's how we started. We started off with a lot of engagements with the Silicon Valley giants from those times. One of our first projects was with eBay. At that time, eBay was really huge. And later today, in today's world, it's the Amazons, the Flipkarts of the world that have come up. But those days, eBay was really large, still is large today. And that we started off with them. PayPal is our customer. We started off with them as well at those times. And then over the period of the last 2 decades, we pretty much every big name in the Bay Area are our customers today, whether it's Google, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Tesla, you name them, we've been working with them. From an entity perspective, we are about spread across 18 locations between US, India, and nearshore. When I say nearshore, I mean South America, especially LATAM countries, whether it's Costa Rica, Mexico, and the likes. And for Europe, our nearshore center is in Hungary. And we've been well recognized in the industry, well known in the Bay Area, especially for our competencies. We kind of work with, as I said, most of the Silicon Valley customers and about 124 plus enterprise Fortune 500 customers. When I say Fortune 500 customers, I mean the largest enterprises in the world, the likes of Walmart in the retail or Dell in the computer space. And our global headcount today is about 1,800 plus. We are kind of going to be hitting about 2,000 people by the end of this month. In terms of verticals, as you can see on the right side of the slide, we pretty much cater to every different vertical, right from technology, retail, manufacturing, BFSI, life sciences, media. And you would realize over the period of your career, as you grow in, as you build your technology skills, that domain skills are the skills also that you need to be eventually picking up. Moving ahead. So this is a geographic view of where we are largely based out of. As I said, the US, the North American continent, and apart from that, Costa Rica, Mexico, and in Europe, it's Hungary, and obviously in India, Mumbai, Pune are one of our largest centers. Apart from that, we have teams working out of Bangalore and Chennai as well. Those are largely where our majority of our teams are within India. In terms of partnerships, we are partnered with Google, Adobe, Viva, Salesforce, Oracle, NetSuite, These are some of the world's largest players operating in different fields, whether it's CRM, the Salesforce, whether it's customer experience, whether it's very pharma specific workflows, or obviously Google. Everybody knows Google for the search engine capability, but there are a lot of enterprise products that also Google sells, whether it's integration products like Apigee, whether it's AppSheet, systems like AppSheet. Obviously, the Google Cloud is probably one of the largest revenue generators. Google email is something probably each one of us have, even for enterprise layers, right? So all of these are some of our largest partnerships. Google especially is the biggest partnership that we have. We have a 360-degree relationship with Google. We not only sell Google products, we also help Google build the products. So we are not just implementers for Google across the world, we also help Google build innovative products for them, both in India as well as the US. In fact, we are one of the few people who have a vendor-owned, vendor-managed operating center in India, in Pune, for Google. Moving ahead, in terms of our journey, right, we kind of take pride. One slide back, Priya. I think we skipped a slide. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so in terms of our journey, right, this has been a journey. I wouldn't kind of talk about each and every line in this slide. You can kind of look at it later, but we take pride in being a minority and diversity owned company. What that means is we welcome people from all cultures, all communities, and all regions in the world. And we have been well recognized in the Inc. 5000 list, in some of the Silicon Valley tech serve journals. We've been kind of proven performers. We've been rewarded by several companies for being one of the best partners that we have. We take pride in basically making sure that we solve our customers' problem. We understand their business problems, and we are fast, nimble, agile in solving their problems. That's what we kind of take pride in. Our journey has been both an organic and inorganic journey. I'll kind of talk about that in the next slide. As you know, organizations grow in two different ways. One is organic growth. Organic growth happens when you start working at a customer and you start growing and acquiring newer projects, newer domains within your customers, and newer customers, obviously. And that's been obviously a mainstay point of our growth. But apart from that, we have also inorganically grown by acquiring some of these companies. The most recent acquisition that we did was we acquired a $15 million company in the Bay Area called Global Infotech. This happened just recently, about a month back. They are a premier Salesforce partner. They specialize in Salesforce. They have about 100 plus specialized certified Salesforce consultants working out of both US and India. And we acquired them very recently and added them to our arsenal. These are acquisitions that are strategic in nature for us. We do that simply to kind of accelerate our journey in terms of our customer footprint that we have and the kind of demand that we see in the market typically. And these are also obviously areas of expertise that we help our people who join us from various different colleges acquire some of these skill sets and how they kind of build a career path out of that. I'm just giving one example. There is Salesforce. There are plenty of other examples. Technology is not a means to an end. It's just a beginning, the way I see it. Moving ahead. So what does Intelliswift stand for, right? What is our core DNA? I think if you ask me, at the heart of it, we are a digital and an engineering company. We are a hardcore specialist niche engineering firm at the end of the day, software engineering by that. And what do we stand for, right? There are four main core values that we stand for, and that is absolutely non-negotiable for anybody in Intelliswift to be having, including anybody who joins us fresh or anybody who's been there here for the last several years, right? Transparency, respect, passion, and integrity. These four non-negotiable skills are at the core of what every Intelliswift employee stands for. These are values that we have to be depicting and that you have to be demonstrating on a daily basis in front of our customers, and that are core to our business. We have several different technology skills that we operate on. Some people will keep on learning technology skills on an ongoing basis. Technology versions keep on upgrading. Angular will go from 14, 15 to maybe eventually 20. All of those version upgrades will keep on happening. But these four core values are something that is deeply entrenched in the way we operate, and we are deeply passionate about this. Our vision is to be recognized globally as a best-in-class digital engineering organization, sought after by our global customers, and the talent for the opportunities that they deserve, which means people like you who come and who aspire to have a fledgling career We are here to kind of provide you the platform to achieve that. And this is a global platform. Intelliswift is a Silicon Valley headquartered company. We are globally present. We look at careers as a global entity. How do you kind of come in, learn with us, prove yourselves in projects, take up senior roles, grow along with the company, move globally, whether it's the US, South America, or Europe for that matter. So we provide the platform to make all of that happen. Moving ahead, in terms of our leadership, executive leadership, right? We have Pat Patel, who has been the owner and the founder, and we have Suraj, who's kind of been with us for the last 4 years of our journey. Suraj again comes in from the likes of, he was heading TCS at one point of time in North America. He was heading several different verticals at Cognizant, and most recently he was a CTO at UST. And he's a leader who is kind of driving us in terms of how we, as an organization, how do we build the right culture? How do we have the right level of innovation and thought leadership? How do we kind of contribute to our customers' challenges in terms of solving them? How do we bring technology as a means to an end to solve some of those problems? And Pat obviously has been a great mentor to all of us. He's kind of ensures that we are honest to our work. We build the right culture grounds up. We have the right flavor of people. He's a staunch exponent of having a lot of millennials in the organization in terms of making sure that we have the right balance, the right culture, the right energy in the organization. Moving ahead. So I think everybody, especially on this call, would be very interested in, hey, what technology will I work on, right? When you start your careers, especially that's $1 million question. And many times you are influenced by somebody in your family or a friend or a relative who has done that. Somebody will say, hey, my cousin, he's done BI, business intelligence, and he's in the US doing that. He's doing great guns. Somebody else, friend, family, uncle will come and say, hey, why don't you do Salesforce? That's doing great and stuff like that. But the honest truth is, all of the technologies that exist, they exist for one and only one purpose. They exist to solve business problems. Okay. It doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't matter whether it's product engineering or data management analytics or the digital core skills or whether it's integration. You all will start from different points at different stages in different projects with different customers. But you'll end up, as long as you have the aptitude to learn and pick up some of these skills, you'll be kind of having a more holistic journey in your career. So that's what I keep telling youngsters who come and talk to me and ask me, hey, Amit, I want to learn AI. But I keep telling them, hey, look, AI is a great buzzword. Chat GPT is being talked about in every forum, every LinkedIn post. It does miracles today in terms of what it can do, but first get your fundamentals right. You need to first learn how to write an HTML page, a CSS page, a JavaScript page before you learn AI ML. Right? These are all fundamentals. As long as you get your fundamentals right, advanced technologies come to you easily. So coming back to what Intelliswift does and how our tech portfolio is structured, product engineering is at the core of what we do. What I mean by that is we build products for our customers. About 65% of our business is building products for our customers. When I say customers, I mean customers like the Googles of the world, the Facebooks of the world, the Apples of the world, the Amazons of the world for whom we work today, both out of India and out of the US or of nearshore locations. And there we are involved right from all life cycle stages of product development, right from conceptualizing a product, building the UX for the product, to kind of going through MVP journeys for the products, and then going towards DevSecOps, product testing, product sustenance cycles, and so on and so forth. Again, everything from architecting the product right all the way to taking the product to production, and eventually even sunsetting and bringing in next generation products, all part of the product engineering portfolio. The second largest portfolio is a digital enterprise portfolio, which is largely catered towards Fortune 500 companies that are looking for cloud skills, that are looking for enterprise app skills. When I mean enterprise app, it's enterprise SaaS platforms, whether it's the NetSuites of the world, the CRMs of the world, the SAPs of the world, the Salesforces of the world, all of those kind of fall under our enterprise app buckets. Sorry. And obviously, there's a lot of technology tools that are part of the digital enterprise. There are plenty of names at the bottom of the slide that you can read through. I won't go through all of them. But in today's world, it's all about mobile first, native hybrid mobile apps, whether it's likes of Swift, Flutter, hybrid technology platforms like Ionic, or even Android development and things like that. All are part and parcel of this particular digital group. Obviously, emerging technologies like blockchain, Meta, IoT. We work with several different IoT players in the world, edge devices in the world, and kind of build and test some of these edge products out of our centers in Pune and Mumbai, especially. That's a large portfolio. Then data management and digital integration are two of our horizontal platforms, catering to everything from data lake, building modern data lakes, moving from legacy data warehouses to modern data lakes, ETL pipelines, building analytics, visualization layers on top of it, and finally the cutting edge of data science, AI, ML modeling. Here we work with several different enterprises of the world and product companies of the world building next generation AI. Obviously, all of these are full stack development of nature, various different problems that we solve, whether it's determining whether somebody will take a loan, or determining whether somebody is having a certain perception of the situation, or understanding reviews automatically and doing sentiment analytics, NLP, to advanced content generation and moderation, like you see today in Chat GPT and things like that. So all of that falls under our DMA practice. The fourth one is, and probably one of the very important ones which keep everything tied together, is the integration practice. Now, as you can see, the world is moving towards a lot of from the legacy monolithic architecture to more modern microservices-led architectures, API-led architectures, out of which mobile apps can work out of, or any external systems can work out of. Every API today that you subscribe to, all your cloud ecosystems are all API-led. So all of those areas, especially we work very closely with Google on Apigee, then with MuleSoft and Dell Boomies and Workatos of the world, is something that we work on. Again, here most of the work is towards how do we integrate all of the entire API management piece. Also, one of the most important things that are very, very important to our customers today is also cybersecurity. So how do we secure all the APIs? How do we make sure our customer systems do not get hacked? Cybersecurity is a major investment for most companies today, especially in the banking finance world, where security is kind of number one priority amidst what you do. So from our perspective, right, how do we write secure code? How do we follow the best practices in writing the right code quality? How do we kind of ensure that what we do is secure and cannot be penetrated? So all the penetration testing, the security testing, everything that is needed for a code to be production ready, right? It's not just that the code is working, the code has to be safe as well. So all of those things kind of fall under our API management and digital integration practice. Moving ahead, in terms of what we do, right? How do we differentiate? Why is Intelliswift? Why has been Intelliswift successful in the Bay Area and the Silicon Valley? One of our secret sauce has been the fact that we have invested in differentiators across various different arenas, whether it's ICANN on the cloud navigation front, because customers come and ask us, say, how can we move to the cloud? Can you kind of ensure a seamless movement for us to the cloud? So ICANN kind of specializes on a cloud navigation and cloud migration, and it's kind of a portfolio of tools and models and methodologies that enable our customers to kind of seamlessly move from on-premise to cloud. Similarly, iCap is our AI-based automation framework. It's basically a test automation framework that ensures that once you write an application, it can be automatically tested by an AI. The AI can automatically also distinguish what all pages have you written, how does it scan those pages automatically, how does it write test cases automatically, generate test cases, and from there, how does it execute test cases automatically. So all of that falls under our iCap framework. Kiosk is another interesting data platform that we built some time back. This is basically a unified data and analytics platform that kind of does everything from data pipelining to AI workbenches. So you're getting your data into a workbench and making sure that you can run complex AI models and build complex machine learning and ML ops models. Kiosk is known for that. IMAX is another very interesting and probably the most recent amidst all of these tools in this list. It's a tool that we have built specially for Google Apigee, and how we migrate customers in the Google ecosystem from legacy Apigee integration products to modern Apigee X and hybrid kind of environments. It's like a migration accelerator tool. The last one in this list is the iStride one, which is basically a framework, a tool set for design thinking, product leadership, and it's our secret sauce in terms of how we go about building products, how do we go about innovating, what kind of tools, processes, standards that we do, how do we run in an agile mindset, what kind of discipline we need in our people in terms of how they write the code, what kind of requirements elicitation that we do, how do we structure our stories, our epics in the agile world, and then the entire DevSecOps and the architecture mindset, right? As There are n number ways of writing the same code. Some of us do it better than the others. Some of us do it in the right architectural pattern. So understanding how a certain code has to be written, why a certain code is written in a certain way, how do we future-proof your code? This is all part of our iStride initiative and framework. So why Intelliswift? I think it's, if you ask me, right, one of the most important management direction that we follow and that I ask all of my teams also to follow is the fact that we want to be building a vibrant cross-cultural team, a team that is passionate about delivering outcomes, a team that is passionate about learning and growing, a team that is passionate about career path at an individual level, right? We are not as big as some of the largest organizations in the world, but also not as small as some of the very small organizations in the world. We are right sized to give everybody in the organization a career path, and that's what we specialize in. We pay a lot of attention to people's career paths. We cater to Fortune 500 customers on one end, to product engineering customers at the other end, and we need to be kind of building the kind of skill that requires us and India as a country, right, in general, to be kind of having a workforce that is focused on technology, the latest and greatest. We are very proud of the fact that we don't work on any of the legacy mainframe and all those kind of technologies which a lot of large companies work on. We cater to, since we were founded in 2001, we were kind of lucky to have born in the internet generation, and then the next generation e-commerce and all those kind of innovations that we're seeing today in the AI world. So all of our work, 99% of our work is on the cloud, on mobile, on AI, and things like that. Cutting edge stack, both Microsoft stacks, Python stacks, or Java stacks, various different technology fronts we get to work on. And this is what Intelliswift is all about. It's all about people. It's all about valuing people. It's about culture. That's something that is more sacrosanct to us than anything else. I think there's a saying that culture eats strategies for breakfast. That's why we kind of focus heavily on that. We kind of ensure that we get the culture part right. And that's why fitment in a company, how do you kind of put the organization above everything else? How do you kind of contribute to the organization? How do you kind of see your growth within the organization and at the same time grow the organization as well? Are some of the characters that is very, very important for every employee working on Intelliswift, because we see each of them as equals. And at the same time, there are a lot of opportunities for you to grow on and work on various different technologies. As I said, in my past slides, there are various different technologies that we work upon. You might start in one end of the spectrum, but you have the opportunity to learn the entire spectrum. And it's a learning that is, I've been doing it for the last 25 years, and it's a never-ending learning in my opinion, in my books. Perks and benefits, everybody wants to know what's in it for me, right? Apart from being salaried employees, what do you get out of Intelliswift? I think we look at it as a holistic place for people to come and thrive, right? Why we call Intelliswift as an extended family. We kind of want to be taking care of our employees in the longer run. We are not here for a short-term run. We are not here for a 100-meter sprint. We are here for a marathon. That's how we see the organization as. So how can we provide everybody a flexible work environment? How can we have a solid rewards and recognition platforms? How do we ensure wellness for every employee, whether it's at the physical or the mental level? How do we ensure insurance both for you and your families during emergencies? How do we kind of make sure that we provide you with the right support from a relocation perspective? And then the most important thing, I think, it's probably one of our largest investments, is learning and development. It is something that is sacrosanct to us. We want every employee in the organization today is provided funds to certify himself every year, which means there is, apart from the salaries that we provide, apart from all the perks and benefits on this screen, one of the most important things we do is invest in every person, help him do trainings, invest in various different platforms, whether it's the Udemy's of the world, the LinkedIn's of the world, where you can do a lot of training, certifications, upskill yourself. We invest a lot in that. So every individual in the company, including myself, goes through training, certifications over the year to kind of be prepared for what is coming in the next generation world, right? Cloud, mobility, AI, these things have changed the technology landscape rapidly. The last 20 years, technology is the thing that there's been a constant change in the way it has been going on. It has been adopted by our customers, and change is the only constant. So how do we kind of build a culture wherein we keep on embracing change, we are ready to adapt, and we are kind of good at doing that at a scalable model. So that's what Intelliswift as an entity stands for, we have specialized rewards and recognition platforms internally in which people are recognized on a quarterly basis. There are point-based gamified platforms internally in which people collect points. It's a peer-to-peer point system in which people can award each other for the help. We encourage a family, a cultural bonding between projects and across projects across our centers of excellence, various different technology and domain center of excellence, and that kind of creates the right culture for us. And that's how we are structured. That's how we see ourselves growing in the future as well. So we talked about culture and Intelliswift, right? So some of the things that we would like to do is we would like to work hard and obviously play harder. Okay. So there's a lot of things that we do. There are hackathon events, there are sports events, there are speaking events, there are parties, events that happen all through the year. Every project has budgets for doing that. There are platforms available for people to excel, pick and choose areas of their interest, develop that. The organization is fully motivated towards making that happen. So in short, if you ask me what is the culture of Intelliswift, Intelliswift will be like an extended family to you. It will be like a place that will jumpstart your career. And I know each one of you is very eager to know where your career will lead to and have various different perceptions of what you can be doing in your careers. And I think we are the ones who kind of are one of the entities who can provide you that platform of achieving those stuff. Moving ahead. Community initiatives are also extremely important to you. We believe that as we are growing, as we are making revenue as an organization, as we are as individuals growing in the organization, it's very important for us to also give back to the community to various different CSR activities, both in the US and in India. We do religiously. It's something that is part of our DNA. We want to be helping people. We encourage people to come back to us with initiatives that can help local communities, that can help the underprivileged. We are ourselves a minority and diversity company, so we kind of thrive on the fact that we want to be helping more of that. We want to be creating more and more community initiatives every year, focusing on different communities, people deprived, people who have not got enough chances. How do we kind of help them? How do we kind of encourage them? How do we even kind of sometimes give them opportunities that they would not otherwise get, right? There's various different ways. Money is not the only way to help people. There are various different ways to help people and various different platforms that we give to people to make sure that happens. And this is something that is core to us, core to our values, something that we consider very important in our growth, in the way we are, both as individuals and from an organizational culture perspective. Some of the fresh faces on this list are people who have been with us recently, coming from colleges and universities, just like you. Some of the things that they say about us. But I think what I take pride most of the time is the fact that we have been able to provide a career path to all of these people. They are aspiring. They had their dreams, and it's our job to make sure that we bring you close to your dreams. Our job to give you the platform to kind of jumpstart in your career. But I would say one final quality that each individual should have, especially at the beginning of the career, is an ability to learn, is an ability to have the fire in the belly, to be able to do more, is an ability to gel along with everybody else, help everybody else, see the bigger picture, and take up events. These are some of these people in this list are just a few names that we could take from some of the batches in the year and the year before. There have been phenomenal people who come with new energies, people who have contributed to hackathons, doing blockchain certifications, doing several different projects over the period of the year, and kind of excelling in customer environments, right? I think it's one thing to be passing out of a university and entering a corporate world is an all different ball game, right? And there's a lot, and experience is your sometimes the hardest teacher. Sometimes you learn really hard lessons, and sometimes you learn about lessons from others, and it's always going to be a combination of successes and failures. It has happened with me. It will happen with every one of you. You learn more from your failures at times. You have to be adapt to different circumstances. You have to learn from people around you. You have to also learn what not to do, apart from what to do as well. And at the end of the day, right, how do you put your organization above everything else and excel in what you do and fulfill your career path is all about the journey that we provide to campus associates like you. Moving on, I think iCampus is our platform to help you achieve that, give you a platform to tackle some of the world's toughest challenges, give you an opportunity work with some of the best names in the industry. When you work with us, you will get a chance to work with several different verticals, several different technology companies, several different product companies, and it's kind of helps you develop as an individual in a 360 degree. So what we provide is that platform. And with that, I would like to conclude this session. I'm also available on LinkedIn. Most of us are very accessible. If you have any questions, you can always connect to us on LinkedIn, reach out to us, and ask us stuff that you think we could be able to help you. I'm more than happy to spend a lot of time with you, both online, offline, whatever you think. You are welcome to visit our offices once in a while to come and see what we do here and spend some time with us as well. And with that, I would like to thank you for your patience and hearing me out in understanding what we stand for. Thank you so much.